Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Burgandy Bets. I hope you all had a glorious and profitable NFL Week 1. However, Week 1's in the rear view. We're looking forward. NFL Week 2 opening lines, and they are moving fast. Let's get into it. Game up on the NFL Week 2 slate. New York Football Giants travel to Washington to play the football team in an NFC East showdown. Washington opened up this game as minus 4.5 point favorites. Since the Sunday games have been played, that's down to 3. Money is coming in on New York. I don't quite understand it. I'm on Washington in this game. I did grab a minus 2.5 alternate spread just because I feel like it could be a field goal game. I'd rather cash my bet than have a push. If you do like the New York side of things, FanDuel is still offering that hook at plus 3.5. If you're kind of new to this, why is that 0.5 important? Because if this is a field goal game and Washington wins 20-17, you would still cover because you're getting 3.5 points. Next up is the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. The Birds opened up as 5-point dogs at home. Since the Week 1 results, that line has come down. Money coming in on Philadelphia. Philly currently sitting at plus 3.5. I don't have a huge lean in this game. One thing that was interesting was the total, sitting at 50 points. Both of these offenses scored over 32 points, and the 49ers gave up 33 points on the road to Detroit last week. Something to think about. Next up, we have the Buffalo Bills traveling to Miami to play the Dolphins. This line's currently with Miami, 3-point home dog. If you like Buffalo, take them now. This line is not going to stay at 3. It's definitely going to go to 3.5 and probably higher. Buffalo has a win total of 11 games this year. With them dropping the season opener, you're going to have money coming in on Buffalo. It's going to raise the line. If you like the Bills, don't wait. Next up, the Las Vegas Raiders travel to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. The Raiders coming off that exhilarating overtime home win to the Ravens last night, and the Pittsburgh Steelers going into Buffalo as a 6.5 point dog and winning outright. This line opened with Pittsburgh minus 6.5. It's now down to 5. I like the Pittsburgh side of this. I'm going to wait and just see how low this line will go. Next, we have the Houston Texans traveling to Cleveland to play the Browns. The Houston Texans are currently the biggest underdog of the week, catching 12.5. I personally don't know how you could be confident enough laying this many points on either side. Be careful with your bankroll, ladies and gentlemen. Week 1, a lot of overreactions. A lot of people go down in Week 2. It's not going to be us, though. Next, we have the Los Angeles Rams going on the road to Indianapolis to play the Colts. This game opened with Indianapolis getting 4 points at home. It's already up to 4.5. I can definitely see this line being Los Angeles Rams minus 6.5 come kickoff. If you like the Rams, I wouldn't wait. I'd get on them now. New Orleans Saints at Carolina Panthers. This line opened at Carolina getting 3 at home. It's now already up to 4. Money coming in on New Orleans. If you like Carolina, I'd wait. This is probably going to go higher. I don't know about Sam Darnold. I was really high on Carolina this year. I had them. They were my favorite play last week against the Jets. If you got him at the 4.5, you covered. I just don't know about Sam. That's going to keep me off this game. However, if you do like the Saints, get him now. If you like Carolina, wait. Next, an AFC East showdown with the New England Patriots traveling to New Jersey to play the New York Football Jets. This line opened with the New England Patriots giving up 3.5 points on the road. It has since then been bet up. It's now at 5.5. This will probably get to 6.5. At that point, we'll see New York money come in and push it back down. If you like the Jets, I would wait. If you're on the New England side, kind of already missed the boat. Denver Broncos at Jacksonville Jaguars. This line opened at 6 and has been floating right around 6 for the last 24 hours. Not too much movement on this game. However, come kickoff, I do see the Broncos becoming a higher favorite. If you like Denver, take them now. I already did. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Chicago to play the Bears. This line opened with Cincinnati getting 4 points on the road. It's since been bet down to 3. If you like the Bengals, get on them now. There's no way this line stays where it is. This is going to go into Cincinnati's favorite. Come kickoff, Cincinnati will be a pick'em or a favorite over Chicago. Disclaimer, the only way this line does not move is if for some reason Justin Fields is named the starter. Atlanta Falcons at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is the second highest underdog of the week, with Atlanta catching 12 points on the road. No real line movement on this game yet, as the public's going to have 2 separate ideas. The first being Dallas covered 8.5 on the road to Tampa. Of course Atlanta can do it. They're getting 12. The other train of thought is going to be Tampa Bay is going to dog walk Atlanta, just like the Philadelphia Eagles did to them in their home stadium in Week 1. As for me, I ain't touching this game. However, I will be excited to see what the Calvin Ridley reception props come out to be this week. He did disappoint last week, only 3 receptions on a 5.5 total line. Next up, we have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. This line opened with the Cardinals laying 3.5 at home. It's already been bet up to 4.5. In my opinion, I see this line getting to Arizona minus 6.5. At that point, we would see the Minnesota money come back in. If you like Arizona, don't wait, grab them now. If you like Minnesota, you're going to get a better number later in the week. Currently, at the moment of this recording, Arizona is still 3.5 in FanDuel Sportsbook. It is sitting at minus 120 right now, so this might even move to 4.5 before I get to post this video. Dallas Cowboys going into LA to play the Chargers. This game opened at minus 2.5. It's now up to 3. You still can currently grab a Chargers minus 2.5 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Once again, just like the Arizona game, it's sitting at minus 122, so that's going to go to 3.5 very quick. As for a spread prediction during the week, I don't foresee this going anywhere past 3.5. Both of these teams did impress in week 1, Dallas in their loss, and the Chargers in their win. An interesting note here, the total of this game, 55 points, one of the highest this week. Something to think about. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks. This line opened up with Seattle being a minus 3.5 point favorite at home. It's already been bet up to 5 points. In my opinion, this is that classic overreaction we see from week 1. But that's not going to be us. We're going to be smart with our bets this week. Now, one thing I did want to point out, the total for this game is sitting at 54 points. We just saw Arizona and Tennessee play a 38-13 game. The total for that game was 52. That went under. This is higher at 54. Something to think about. Next up, the Kansas City Chiefs travel to Baltimore to play the Ravens. This line opened with Kansas City minus 3. It's now been bet up to Kansas City minus 4. Something I wanted to touch on, and I'm sure most of the betting public knows this as well. Since Patrick Mahomes has gone to the Chiefs and Lamar has gone to the Ravens, the Chiefs just have the Ravens number. They always beat them. However, the second thing I'm sure everyone knows is the Chiefs do not cover football games. They were terrible against the spread last year, and they're 0-1 this year. That being said, I still do see public money coming in on Kansas City. If you like Baltimore, I'd wait. You're probably going to get a better number. Now, as you can see, it does appear FanDuel Sportsbook is okay with being a little bit slower on moving these lines. You can still get Kansas City minus 3.5 over there, which brings us to our next game, Monday Night Football, the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers, which opened up at Green Bay laying 11.5 at home. Then over here on DraftKings Sportsbook, you can see it's already been moved to 10.5. Now, as for a spread movement prediction on this game, I would imagine the best line you'd be able to get Green Bay at this week is minus 9.5, and the best for Detroit would be plus 12.5. So depending which side you're on in this game, those are the key numbers I'd be looking for, as I believe that's the best case scenario for each spread on each team. If you're new to the channel, this is Burgandy Bets. I will have my full Week 2 slate predictions out. I'll also drop a DraftKings Thursday night video for you. If you're new to the channel, we talk everything NFL related. Spreads, overs, unders, DFS, season long. If it's football related, if it's money making related, we're going to talk about it. That seems like your type of thing. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, send me a like. I appreciate it. See you next time.